This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of Equality and Diversity Talks. And today I have the amazing Christina with me. Hi, Christina, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. Do you want to tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and kind of what you do?
Yes. So I am an electronic musician, and I come from a Eurasian family, and I have a mix of cultures and ethnicities, including Dutch, Filipino, Japanese, a little bit of Korean too as well. And I know that I've always had to be the one encouraging myself to go towards music. It's always my passion, my hobby to be an EDM producer. So I'm currently an electronic musician, and I don't have support from family. I'm trying to promote rising talent in the EDM scene, and as well as DJs. There isn't a lot of female like DJs a lot or EDM producers. And so I'm the first in my family to pursue that. And also, I love to promote and see rising talent perform at big venues, festivals, and stages like Tomorrowland and Insomniac and so forth.
Wow, that's fantastic. And tell the little bit of the viewers where you're based. So whereabouts are you based at the moment?
Yeah, I'm based in Southern California right now.
Amazing. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And how's the dance scene over there, the electronic dance scene? How is that over there in where you live? Is that a big scene?
Yeah, so it is. There is also a lot of like venues that are doing that with as well, like Insomniac, for example, Exchange LA, and there's a lot of different venues and EDM artists performing in the area. Yeah, but I am trying to bring more female, definitely electronic musicians and DJs, support them kind of like with LP GOB. She's a really great DJ, and she supports it's called Femme House. So I love what she's doing and bring that, and I'm kind of like going towards for that too as well.
Oh, excellent. That's so inspirational. And tell us a little bit about kind of your story and how you got into music and your kind of career path. So how did that happen?
Oh yeah. So I definitely grew up as a songwriter, and I've always created music by guitar, and I sing, I create lyrics and songs. And growing up too, I was always more encouraged to like just go towards become a pharmacist or accountant, a lawyer, and I have no interest in that, and I feel really bored in doing all those things. But like what led me to decide to pursue music is because I've always had this melody in my head. I always create lyrics, and I don't know where it's coming from. But so during high school and growing up, I never had that support. And so it wasn't until college that I got other people, especially from church, who really encouraged me to create spontaneous music. And so I would just jam with other like musicians and on my guitar, or I create vocals and I complement and I make up something on the spot with them as a church community. And I've also done also like staying on the streets before in Santa Barbara, which is near my college, by the beach. And I just like pull up a sign that says, "Hey, free songs, to bring healing to you." And I would just like sing to them like whatever song that flows from me and brings healing encouragement to them. And so my music, my background was from that, and I also have some background in terms of setting up the stage for the Bryce Jordan Arena.
Yeah.
And I set up the stage for like country music artists such as Toby Keith, Dave Matthews, rock bands. I was a roadie for Skillet as well, which is a small industrial rock band, and I was a roadie doing that. And so I have a little bit of a stage crew performance as the only female amongst a lot of male dominant, production crew, pushing heavy carts, trusses, spotlights, setting up the stage. And that was in Pennsylvania at State College. And so I did that when I was high school. And then throughout the years, I progressed and I joined another music internship trip with an indie pop band called the Benjamin Dunn and Animal Orchestra. And they're based in Santa Cruz. And I did that over the fall and pursued that. And so, yeah, so I I did a little bit of that, and then it was during until I went to Nashville in 2015. That's when I decided, okay, I wanted to pursue music more like full time, because before that, after college, I just make ends meet and got a job in the financial industry, to pay the bills.
You
And
did.
so I have a lot of, yeah, and so I had a lot of admin experience and over the years. And but I knew that, when I was working in the financial industry, I'm like, okay, I'm wasting my time and I feel like I should do something that I'm called to. I'd rather impact the world and share the love with the world and bring healing than, waste my time in the office. And so, yeah, so that's when I got to Nashville and I joined the like a music school, or like a few months music ministry school. That's when I decided, okay, I want to pursue and create music for sync licensing, and I took the course called Cashemoo Music, which is based in LA, and learned a little bit about like what it takes to place your music in TV and films. And I did that in 2019. And so ever since 2019, 2018, that's where I just completely, dropped the ball and just pursued what I felt like is important, was called to my heart.
You've got a lot of diverse talents there, and it's so inspirational to hear your journey and your story. And it's just so nice to see you kind of flourish in the industry and be able to kind of be diverse in your income streams as well, which I think is quite important as well, knowing that you can't just survive on one income stream anymore in the music industry. You have to kind of
Right.
branch out and kind of know different areas. How do you feel as like a woman of color working in the industry and the kind of representation? Do you find,
Mhm.
especially for the younger generations and for yourself, that was something that you
Mm.
found quite a challenge?
Yeah, so definitely in the industry for sure. Like being a singer songwriter when I was 13 and through on, it definitely feels more competitive as in singing songs, because there's a lot of really great singers, and I have no vocal training, and I didn't have the funds to go pursue that. And so there's more competition and less representation, I feel like, in being a singer songwriter. Whereas now that I've progressed to move towards the EDM scene, I feel like I've gotten more encouragement, even from male like electronic producers,
Yeah.
that would encourage me in my talent, and break through in my representation. But still, like definitely, I feel like it'll be really great if there is more exposure, and if the industry would be able to represent minorities and also people of color, and especially females in a predominantly male industry.
Yeah, and I think that's something we all struggle with, and that's what I'm trying to highlight is some of the kind of barriers and the issues that we face working in the industry, and kind of how we can try and change some of those barriers or eliminate some of those barriers to make it easy for future generations. So,
Mhm.
what kind of advice would you give to the younger generations accessing the industry, from your own experiences? What kind of things would you, tips and hints would you give?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely get with a mentor and get with a community that is building the same type of talent. Whether if you want to go towards music production, sync licensing, writing music for gaming, or just being a singer or anything else, that you would get with a mentor who is experienced in that field. And also someone who's going to have your best interests and protect your reputation, because I've been there before, that it's important to find someone to, there's no hidden agendas, who's going to honor you. And, there's a lot of, especially wolves in the industry. So you want to surround yourself that really protect and honor you, and that will really watch your back. And especially a community of musicians who's going to, provide you advice in your talent and really support you along the way. And yeah, and not feel like you're alone. It's always important to reach out to community and musicians, and never feel like your voice is not heard, because your voice is heard and you deserve to be valued and represented and recognized. and you have a song, to sing and to create, and it's important to get with those who really support your ideas, your creativity.
I totally agree. And it's just like, I think another thing I can add to that as well is the networking, because that's how we met,
Yeah.
right? Like through
Yeah.
networking and meeting other people and going to conferences and just making friends in the industry, because like we know, like the industry isn't
Mhm.
what people think it is. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, but it's a lot of people that are connected and interconnected. And it's so nice to see people flourish and to kind of progress in the industry. And that's one thing I really love is building these valuable friendships that I have with some amazing people, across the world.
Yeah.
And that's so valuable
Uh-huh.
to me. And I learned so much
Yeah.
from all of you. So thank
Yeah.
you very much. Thank you for your friendship and your time.
Yeah. Thank you, Saskia, for your friendship and your time. You're awesome, amazing. I really appreciate just being there and encouraging, talent and just a voice that needs to be heard. And
Oh,
yeah.
bless you. Thank you so much. That's lovely of you to say. Is there any social media handles or anywhere where the viewers will be able to find you if they want to reach out, if they want to kind of contact you, if they've got any questions or collaborations? Is there any way they can contact
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, they can actually email me right now. My email is ina.designer@gmail.com. And yeah, they can find me right there.
Okay, brilliant. That's amazing. So if anyone wants to reach out to Christina, I'm sure she'll be able to help you or give you any advice if you're looking for any kind of advice. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for taking part in these talks. And I'm sure we'll be speaking again really soon. And I wish you all the best for your future career. And yeah, I can't wait to hear what's to come next. Is there anything you want to share actually with the viewers on anything that's coming up next? Have you got anything that's coming up quite soon?
Yeah, thanks. So I actually am definitely going to be working on my electro house music, and hopefully I release my album by the end of this year. I'm hoping to, get that going and try to break through, as a Eurasian female in the EDM scene. So I'm working on that, and hopefully I'm also connecting also with a psytrance producer. His name is DJ Galero. He's an Israeli producer, and he's an amazing talent supported by Don Diablo and Fede Legrand. And I really feel like he deserves to be recognized, and I'm trying to get him, to the big festivals and stages in U.S. So I am supporting talent like his
Oh,
as
wow.
well.
I'm
So
sure you will as well, because I know you've got so much talent and you're really good at what you do. So, yeah, if you want to reach out to Christina, or if you have any kind of work that you need Christina to do or you'd like to collaborate, then please feel free to reach out to her. Yeah. And thanks again for taking part in the show. It's really appreciated. Thanks, Christina.
yeah, thank you, Saskia. Thank you for so much for having me.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you.
God
Bye.
bless you. Bye.
Bye.